In this video we are going to talk about the 5 very bizarre missing person cases part 4. So before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to Crime Maze YouTube channel for future updates. According to the Wall Street Journal, 8 million children go missing each year around the world. Every year, over 800,000 children in the United States go missing. The number of children who go missing and are never reported is likely underestimated. There are non-family abductions, runaways, family abductions, and involuntary events that cause injury, such as car accidents or vehicle crashes, and the person is unable to notify family or friends of their whereabouts. The majority of children are safely found and/or returned, but this is of no consolation to the families and friends of those who go missing and are never found. A missing child is someone under the age of 18. Countries all over the world have systems in place that don't require a specific amount of time to be implemented in order to find a missing child. People over the age of 18 are frequently required to be missing for a specific number of hours or days before a missing persons report can be filed and authorities notified to begin searching for them. This can be extremely aggravating for loved ones as crucial minutes pass without them receiving assistance. Adults who go missing are frequently doing so voluntarily for personal or financial reasons. Here are 5 unusual missing person cases. Number 5. Rebecca Corium. Rebecca Corium was a Disney cruise ship employee. Rebecca boarded the ship at 6 a.m. on March 22, 2011. This is known because Disney has released security camera footage of Rebecca in the ship's foyer conversing on the phone before walking away, never to be seen again. Rebecca was washed overboard after falling out of the employee swimming pool, according to Disney. What evidence do they have? That is the question, because they also claim that no security cameras are installed in that region of the ship. There's also the issue that between the crew and the open ocean is a massive 7-foot-tall barrier. She would have had to scale the wall and willingly jump to her death, or risk being carried overboard by a massive 40-foot wave. Neither scenario is likely. The family claims that Disney has been uncooperative and unresponsive in answering their questions. Why did they say they found Rebecca's flip-flops near the pool where she jumped, yet the flip-flops they gave the Coriums were not Rebecca's, they were the wrong size and design? And why aren't the Coriums given access to the complete ship's security camera footage? What's on the surveillance video? Rebecca's case is still open, but no fresh evidence has surfaced. Number 4. Lorraine Ron. On April 26, 1980, Lorraine Ron vanished from her Manchester, New Hampshire, residence. Her mother had gone to a sporting event, leaving her alone at home. The night before she was reported missing, Lorraine had 2 friends over. They were having a nice time while consuming booze. Last to leave, a friend reported hearing conversations in the hallway and figured it was Lorraine's mother getting home, so he swiftly departed. When he departed, he claimed he heard Lorraine shut the door. Lorraine's mother got home late that night to find the apartment building's hallway lights had all gone out. The door to her apartment was unlocked. She looked into her daughter's room and noticed someone sleeping in her bed, whom she assumed was Lorraine. Lorraine's mother discovered that one of Lorraine's friends was sleeping in her bed the next morning. Lorraine had been sleeping on the couch, according to her acquaintance. Lorraine was nowhere to be found. Her personal belongings had been found. The 14-year-old was the only thing missing. Police thought she was a runaway at first, but after a few weeks, they realized it was more likely a kidnapping. At around 3:30 a.m., Lorraine's mother received weird phone calls, no voices, just breathing. The phone calls stopped after a short time. On the other end of the line, Lorraine's mother thought it was Lorraine. Number 3. Paula Weldon. Paula Weldon decided to go for a walk a few miles away from school on another regular December day. She traveled to Bennington, Vermont, to trek the long trail. She had never been on this trail before, but she loved being outside. She got to the start of the trek by hitchhiking. Several witnesses claimed to have seen her on the path at various points. Her college roommate noticed she wasn't home that night and assumed she was studying late in the library. Her absence was reported to university management the next morning. For the next 4 days, school was canceled as students and teachers assisted in the search for Paula. She didn't bring any additional clothing or make any financial withdrawals, indicating that she intended to flee. Paula's father was a well-known and rich architect, which raised the possibility that she had been kidnapped and kept for ransom. However, as time passed and no ransom note was revealed, the speculation faded. Investigators were no closer to discovering Paula after years had gone than they were during the first several days of the investigation. Number 2. Karen Horman. Karen Horman, 7, went missing from Skyline Elementary School on June 4, 2010. His stepmother had gone to his science fair at school in the morning. She photographed him standing in front of his science project. Karen's last photo has been discovered. Terry, Karen's stepmother, claimed she said her goodbyes to him and watched him walk away towards his classroom. He never made it into the class. Terry was immediately suspected. Terry appeared to be the leading suspect in Karen's disappearance when authorities narrowed their suspect list. Terry had given him a large sum of money to kill Karen's father, Kane, according to the Horman landscaper. The cops tried unsuccessfully to get Terry to confess on camera, but were unable to do so. Kane was distraught and afraid of his wife, so he requested an urgent divorce and restraining order against her. It was approved. Terry is confident that Karen's biological mother knows where and what happened to her cherished smiling boy. Apart from the photo of Karen at the science fair just minutes before he vanished, no fresh evidence has surfaced. Number 1. Zeb Quinn. In January of 2000, Zeb Quinn vanished. Zeb met his friend Robert Owens after his shift at Walmart to go look at the car he was considering buying. They drove separately to inspect the vehicle. According to Robert, Zeb received a page on the way there and flashed his headlights at him to pull over. He informed Robert that he needed to locate a phone. He located a phone and dialed a number. Zeb appeared distressed after the call, according to Robert. He stated that he would have to look at the car again. He hit Robert's car by mistake as he was leaving. Because it was a small collision, no police report was filed. Robert and Zeb split up. Zeb was reported missing by his mother the next morning. The call Zeb received was traced to Zeb's aunt's house. Interestingly, Zeb's aunt was not at home when the call was made. Zeb's aunt was eating dinner with his new girlfriend Misty, her mother, and Misty's on-again, off-again boyfriend, Wesley, at the house of Zeb's new girlfriend's mother. Wesley was abusive to Misty, Zeb had told his family. Zeb's aunt said that her house had been broken into while she was out to dinner. The only difference was that nothing was taken. Rearranged a few picture frames and called Zeb, whoever the invader was. If the cops thought the case couldn't get much crazier, they were mistaken. Zeb's automobile was discovered near his mother's office 2 weeks after he vanished. A lab puppy was discovered inside after a pair of lips were drawn on the back glass. This latest discovery certainly caught detectives off guard. Christy Schoen, a participant on a Food Network television show and an expectant mother, and her husband were found dead in 2015. Robert Owens was the assassin. Their corpses were discovered in his stove and on his property by investigators. The reason for the crime has never been discovered. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.